Good. Incredibly late start and stuff going on badly here. Friends and enemies, or good appropriate time of the day. I am messing this up entirely with greatness. Indeed, greatness is great. I am Richard, and this is LMTDTMFFR. Or, say it with me now, possibly, if you can get to the right point where I say things. Limited time offer, no vowels. Indeed, first try. Super professional. Absolutely know what I'm doing. You can't blame me for doing things that are wrong. It is you, with your ears, that are failing to hear properly. Definitely. And here we are, with another exciting point-and-click Sunday. And what are we doing here today, I hear you ask? Because, you know, that's what I hear in my head, you asking me. We are doing a game by Wadget Eye Games called Technobabylon, or published by them. I don't believe it's written by the same staff, etc. Let's switch over so that you can see as well as hear. Is it working? Come on, show up on the screen. Yeah, there we go. I did update the title thing. It should say Technobabylon, point-and-click Sunday. You are obviously not looking at the correct broadcast. I definitely didn't put up another broadcast seconds ago which said the same thing, and that it threw me off as well with my opening spiel. That is certainly not what happened. Well, here we are with this. I have no idea what this is, but I've liked budget-sized games, so I figured, why not have a look at this one? I'm looking forward to the next one, which is meant to be coming out some point next year, which is a vampire-based one. So what a perfect time, with no coincidences whatsoever, to have a look at another sci-fi one. Let's just have a look at the settings and see what we've got. Oh, okay, let's just turn the music down a little bit. Speech hold. Well, I would quite like to know what that means. I presume it doesn't advance until I click. Yeah, we'll turn that on. I don't know what text float is either. We'll leave that one off. And commentary, we don't need a commentary yet. We haven't even started the game. So, let's have a look. See what kind of world we live in. Apart from it being science fiction-y, and, you know, this thing over here, vaguely, possibly, is a... Oh. Vaguely, possibly, is a Zeppelin helicraft carrying thing shining down on the city. So let's find out.
Looks like you found the place.
Alright, yes, that option is definitely do not do things until I press the button.
You're sure this is the one?
I'm positive.
I'm gonna turn that off.
Manta Sesame goes by mandala in the trance.
Ooh, in the trance. Is that going online?
There's a big gap in the records, and it's shaped exactly like her.
Oh, who will we be playing? What a mystery to solve.
I thought you said he put a lot of effort into it.
They've been hiding her activity, but weren't covering up their own work very well.
If they did, then Ah!
Oh, you're like another earlier experiment that is failing and it's hurting your head because of this? Oh, okay.
How are the headaches?
I mean, clearly they're bad.
Won't be a problem for much longer.
I mean, that's ominous. Either you're gonna work out this thing, or you're gonna kill yourself. Either way, not great.
You understand the plan?
Don't worry. I know exactly what I'm doing.
Is he going to remove his head? That is my thought. Either that or he's just gonna... I mean, he might shoot himself in the head, he might just walk out into traffic. What does he
After
look
all,
like?
I've been planning this for years.
Oh, look at this, master planning person. Dun dun dun. And then just sound that cuts off abruptly to show us Technobabylon. Prisoner of conscience. Oh well, this is us.
There's nothing like being in trance. A world built of abstracts and intellect, of tangible thought, where every part has been crafted by an individual soul. It's the purest form of contact a person can have, mind to mind. It's the pinnacle of human achievement.
I'm not wanting to contact somebody mind to mind. I don't know what's been in there. I don't want to accidentally... you can't really regulate your thoughts in that way.
Some might say that achievement in the physical world is somehow more meaningful.
I mean, it was.
To them I say, join the future or be surpassed by it. Within the trance, we are millions of minds as one. But even as far as we've come, there's still one serious flaw. It's reliance on the real world as its backbone.
It's always going to have that. Oh, something's going wrong.
And disconnections. Damn.
Error.
Don't panic. I'll just go and speak to the building manager.
Oh, cool. You keep moving your mouth, even when the dialogue is finished. Wow, that's an interesting quirk of turning on the advance by click.
It's not like there's anything to be afraid of out there.
Except everything. And that
Let's
person
get this
coming
over
towards
with.
you. Open inventory, move mouse to bottom right corner. Okay, bottom right corner you say, this thing. Select trance to disconnect. Oh, we got news? Mail. Trance. Well, let's access the news while we're here. Unable to access distant server. Please check your network and try again. If problem persists, contact your network administrator. Cool. Well, we know it's the 10th of July, 2087. And you see, had I been paying any sort of attention, we would have been starting this up next weekend. Which would have been, you know, close to the 10th. That's it. Sport. Error. Please check your connection. Weather. Error. Hey! The Blackwell Epiphany, the movie. Okay, cool. Advert for... I mean, it's not a movie, it's a point-and-click game, but made by Wadget Eye Games, so great. Alright. I assume we're going to get the same if we do mailbox? No! City of Newton received 10th July. Subject, circumstances. Dear Ms. Sesame, this message is to remind you that you have not been attending your scheduled employment meetings. If you do not inform us of your absences, you risk losing housing support from the city. You have been receiving support benefits for 711 days. We hope that you will be able to improve your circumstances soon. Baron M. O'Shea. Lieutenant Colonel O'Shea received 9th July. Subject, a proposal. Dear Sir Miss, my name is Marcus O'Shea. I am the Chief Financer for the Oklahoma General Martin Carter. Oh, Oklahoma, sorry. His recent death at the hands of a rival warlord has left me with 150,000 quanta of his finances. If you allow me to transfer through your bank accounts, I can offer to share... Ah, well. T.I. Root. 9th July, let's meet up. Hey, Darla. Seems like we haven't seen you in years. No idea if you heard, but there's a big game coming up on the Rotunda. If you're up for leaving your apartment, we can probably get you a place on the team. Kiss kiss. Seems legit. You think I should let them use my bank account for this? So they can transfer money to me? I mean, they end in the middle of a sentence, so I don't know what else to do. What's Farmer EXS? Oh, and this one isn't swapped around. This is EXS Farmer. Okay. 9th, amazing deals on Chem. Do you want the extra interface speed without the extra cost? Extra speed with extra Farmer. 1. Open attached emag for order info. Post new message. Refresh inbox. Ooh. There's the attachment. Do I want to run it? Not right now. Toxic Sigma received 4th July. Very good. Your dollar. Good hearing you. Or Dalla, is it? Good hearing from you, though. I know, really, it means that you want something. Basically, yes, the batch of blue wetware you got is cracked. So you can grow it yourself. Just don't grey goo your place. It needs a few things. Water. Since that's about what makes up 99% of it. Nutrition. It's an organism after all. Heat. And the normal stuff it did cause it to break down. But this blend is activated instead. Alright, let's see if there's a... Was that the only one which had an attachment? Should I run this attachment? I mean, you said seems legit, go for it. I'm gonna... And I know it applied to Baron O'Shea, but I'm gonna assume it applies to this as well. Oh. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's malware.
No, I'm not storing that in my brain.
Oh.
Not unless I want to wake up in some factory in China in 10 years.
Oh, does it cause you to go to the place? Oh, that would be awesome. Alright, okay. We've looked at news and mailbox. Let's exit out the trance. Ah, let's not. Let's do that and get rid of speech hold first of all. Oh, you know what? Let's just click on text loop. Ah, tooltip text follows the cursor. Alright, yes. I don't know why you couldn't have shown that on the opening page, but yes. Certainly I will have that. Trance. Disconnecting.
Better go and talk to the building manager. Ah! Ouch!
You just walk right into the door. That's great.
Huh?
Access
Password
error.
error?
Password
Huh?
error.
I guess the door's broken too. Contact manager.
Unable to connect.
I'm trapped?
For the first time that you can remember, the prospect of staying inside your apartment is frightening to you. Left click to interact, or right click to look at. Alright, well, let's look at the door.
The way out. Still standing in my way. Normally staying in the apartment would be ideal, but now that I have no choice about it.
Wow. I mean, I know we're coming out of COVID's lockdown restrictions. Well, at least in this country, we're thinking about doing it soonish. But that is hitting differently.
The panel by the door also controls the apartment's net connection, call system, and thermostat, as well as the door's locking. If you could get inside it, you might be able to set off an emergency unlock.
Oh, okay. What is this disgusting thing? Food.
I'm not sure when I got this out of the machine. It's still soggy, though.
And then put it back in the machine. Get rid of it. Ugh. You know what? I'm going to right click on it.
Nah. I'm not that hungry.
You might be. Oh, cables.
Ugh, exposed fiber optics everywhere. I think they deliberately do this to make it less pleasant to live here.
Maybe.
If I keep randomly cutting cables, I'm going to end up electrocuted eventually.
Well, not if it's just fiber optics, because that only passes light, right? That's the whole point of it. Or am I incorrect there? Alright, well, we've got a notice. Let's notice this notice.
Tenancy rules. City housing support. This housing is provided as is by the City Department of Social Welfare, until such time as you are able to secure employment. Basic facilities are provided within. Since your stay is temporary, please do not damage. Temporary? Huh. I've been here for 2 years now.
No, you haven't. If you've been there for 711 days, you have not been there for 365 times 2. And yes, cut open those cables to get filled up with light. Alright, just go back to sleep. I'm sure it will have all worked itself out at the end. Oh no, look at your pile of clothes instead. It's full of blue overalls, the kind provided by the city to the unemployed, made out of a cotton paper blend. They are mulched and recycled into new clothing rather than cleaned. That's interesting.
Ugh, no. Last time I reached into the pile, there was stuff growing in it.
Well then, don't leave it lying around on the floor, maybe? What have we got in this grate? It's great! Large drain in the floor means that cleaning the room can involve as little as hosing everything down. Cheap is the way it's done in here. I mean, not unless you're on the bottom floor. I suppose there could be another false ceiling, for want of a better term, there below, or or underneath, where which leads away in pipes somewhere else. Down the outside of the building. Well, is there anything in the grate?
Guess I'm not as strong as I thought. I'm not getting out this way.
Alright, good. Alright, well, let's look at the drawers. I'm going to right click.
One of the lockers where I keep a few things I've got in meat space.
Ah, okay, we're calling it meat space.
One of the lockers where I keep a few things I've got in meat space. One of the lockers where I keep a few things I've got in meat space.
What have you got in this drawer?
Nothing in here.
Alright, so you don't keep anything in that one.
I usually keep clothes in here. Looks like I need to go to the support office to get more printed.
Alright, so what do you do with these clothes?
Nothing in here.
Well, to answer your question, we do not keep them in the places where we tell everybody this is where we keep the things, the few objects that we have in meat space. Okay. Shower curtain containing clothes and airy, yet somehow soothing glue. Your project must have finished its final stages. Oh, the thing that we were growing. Yep. Our new wetware. What's this? Trophy?
The NetGames trophy I won in '84. I don't know why I've still got it. I pretty much scrapped everything else to build the wetware still.
And I'm assuming by by grey goo situation, it's a thing that consumes other things, nanomachines, in order to make the wetware. I guess that's what they were talking about. And you don't want to accidentally leave them running and just converting everything into it. Alright, what does this food machine have? Department's food machine, which pipes your infrequent meals straight to your home in semi-solid form. I guess it's semi-liquid as well. I guess it could be semi-gas. Your machine's been broken for a while, but you haven't noticed. You've been too busy trancing. Alright, and what's the recycler? Gaping black tube dominates the food machine's top half, is where used trays and cutlery are deposited for recycling. The materials are melted down and vacuum formed into new utensils every time you order a meal. Some places use metal utensils, but down here in the poor blocks, it's all just plastic. Alright, well, let's pick up our trophy. Picked up trophy. Ah, okay, that's how you get to the trance. What are we...
The NetGames trophy I won in '84. I don't know why I've still got it.
Semi-plasma.
I pretty much scrapped everything else to build the wetware still.
I guess there is that state of matter as well, plasma. Alright, well, what's going on behind the shower curtain? Let's open it and see. Wetware still. Is this wetware still? Oh god, I was hoping it turned into hardware.
It may take up the entire bathroom, but the still is totally worth it. By growing my own wetware at home, I'll never need to leave the apartment again, unless something like this happens.
Or you need new clothes. Or you want to socialize. You've removed the gelatinous clump of semi-organic wetware you've been circulating in the still. It looks like it's grown enough to be usable by now. Alright.
It's a homegrown lump of techno-organic wetware gel. It's for connecting my brain's wetware to the external systems.
Okay, really? Well, let's look at the door panel first of all then. You know, the thing that we should have been doing all this time. So I don't see anything else in here. Oh no, we can look out the window. Let's
Even
look out
if
the
I
window.
could see out, it's not a nice view. Hundreds of other Skanto apartments in the barrel. The darkness is supposed to encourage people to move out. Not me. Just makes trancing easier.
A Skonto apartment, you say? I mean, that's some sort of portmanteau of two words smashed together, but I don't know what.
The window frame is welded in. Even if I could open it, it'd be a 150-meter drop to the bottom.
Wow, that O is an interesting way of looking, or interesting font. What are you at the top here? No? Alright, back to the door then. I'll click on the door.
Still not working. Apparently I can't just wait for the problem to fix itself. Can't rely on anyone else.
But, I mean, I've been all over this apartment and looked at things. Surely somebody should have fixed it by now. No? I can't just force the door open?
I don't think I can open it by myself.
But if you just wave your hand in front of it, you can't. Alright, well I'm going to assume that I need to use the wetware on the door to like link myself and the door together to get it to open. Yeah, there we go. The apartment centralized systems speak to you more clearly than ever as your wetware joins with its systems. Okay.
Still not working.
Can I
Apparently
now...
I can't just wait for the...
Yes, we know that. Can I now go into the trance? Will that help? Hey, connection to... Oh, do I put the malware in the door panel? Is that what I have to do? That would be smart. But let's see what the door panel says.
Forsooth, who wouldst summon the guardian of thine abode?
Really? Really? Alright, who are you? Given that you've just declared yourself the guardian of the abode. Your door man.
Who are you?
I am the defender, the guardian, the knight. No threat shall dare intrude upon thy domain while I stand watch.
Do you have a name?
I do not wish to trouble my lady with such minute details.
So, just Knight then.
But
Whatever thy will, milady.
I specifically asked you.
What's your function?
I am the defender. I prevent intrusions upon thy fortress. The physical and the etheric.
I found you in the door's terminal software. You're the apartment's network security, aren't you?
Quite so. Trojans and malware, flee from my presence.
But you also control the door's security.
A vital role, milady. None shall threaten the sanctity of your domain.
I mean... You're saying that you protect us from malware, but there's one hovering right next to you. Alright, who made you? What company?
Tell me about yourself.
Sentinel Systems Nightwear, a data and physical security product of Sentinel Systems, version 3.02. Licensed to City of Newton Housing Services.
Okay, cool. Why are you a knight?
What's with the knight in shining armor routine?
Who is better suited to the role than a loyal defender of the realm?
Okay, now tell me properly.
My lady, thine own.
Out of character!
Following managerial reformation of Sentinel Systems, the company's theme was shifted to a feudal design.
Alright. You're gonna actually sort of admit it outright. Hey, you're all the poor serfs working for us. I mean, look at his legs. That is not just a scratch.
Has anyone ever told you that you get real tiresome real quick?
Customer research has shown the Knight image to be effective. 89% of customers associated with increased security and ability to solve threats. 67% associated with defense of a home in a professional manner. 55% found it more confidence-inspiring than Sentinel's previous mascot,
Which was?
the Sheriff. Following last year's New York police riots, public perception of such personnel diminished considerably.
Yes. Alright, can you let me out?
The door seems to be stuck. Can you do anything about that?
Attempting to operate door drive systems. Attempt 2. Attempt 3. It would appear the machinery of the door itself has become fatigued.
Oh.
The terminus is unable to compel activity on the door's part itself. The safety unlock would doubtless serve you well at this juncture.
Alright,
Can you
what
use
is
the
that?
safety unlock?
I'm afraid I cannot. It must be unlatched physically.
So where is it?
It lies behind the terminal. With sufficient armament, mayhaps thou shalt reach it.
Gee, thanks. Ciao.
Fare thee well, my lady.
Alright, well, I'm not going to infect you with malware. Or maybe I can?
No, I'm not storing that in my brain. Not unless I want to wake up in some factory in China in 10 years.
I was like trying to connect the two somehow. Oh, alright, well, let's get out of here. Percussive maintenance indeed. Alright. Well, I mean, I haven't seen anything else. And I haven't got anything I want to recycle. I suppose I could recycle the trophy in order to get a knife. Oh, it's my trophy. All right. She thinks for a moment, then displays a message. Error. User safety settings enabled. Unable to produce metal utensils due to danger of harm. To change this, please seek administrator permission. Thank you for your cooperation. V Foods. Your future on a plate.
Hey, we're not children. Lousy suicide rate.
Yeah, how horrible that they stop you from... I mean, yes, it's not great that they're treating you in this way, but I mean, they're trying to do it from a place of love, I guess. Connection complete. Feel a flow of new data as your wetware inveigles itself into the food's machine systems. Well, I mean, I was trying to do it on the recycler, but okay. And now let's chance. You have to malware the dispenser to get the knife to open the door. That is a long walk. Yeah, could be. I hadn't thought about putting the malware in there, but yep. Oh my god!
Hi, I'm Sheffy, your interactive guide to THB Foods Auto Meal Sweets.
Okay. Why can't I put metal into the recycler? I don't really want to talk to you.
Why can't I put metal in the recycler?
It might be dangerous. At the request of
Newton Civic Housing Services.
You've been limited to plastic utensils. But isn't plastic great? It's so easy to get clean.
But what if I want something stronger, like steel? That heavy protein mash bends the fork sometimes.
Sorry,
Really?
No can do. I'm not just a chef. It's my job to keep you safe.
Alright. So, who are you? No, how do I shut you off? That is far more important.
How would I stop you stopping me? I need a fork.
Why would you want to do that? Don't you like me? I just want to make sure you're eating right.
So, you object to me smashing you open?
It takes some pretty serious damage to do that. I'm tough. Only qualified THE systems technicians can get me open.
Looks like messing with your software is my best bet then.
Alright. So, yeah, you annoy me.
You're really, really annoying. You
I
know
mean,
that?
you're not really, really
Address all
annoying.
concerns
You're
regarding
mildly annoying, but...
Avatar 2862.
Sheffy to THE customer interactive regions.
Alright.
You're really, really annoying. You know that?
Address all concerns regarding THE.
Okay, so we can just do that again. So, yeah, tell me who you are now that we know you're called Sheffy.
Who are you, and what are you doing in my food machine?
Hi, I'm Sheffy.
We already had this bit.
I'm the voice of your food machine. I'm here to help you make the most of your machine and all the delicious possibilities. And if there's trouble, I'm here to help you out.
Alright. I don't much like your foods.
I've had to live off your crap for 2 years now. It's bland, and it feels like runny puke. I have trouble swallowing, and every mouthful makes starvation that little bit more appealing.
I'm sorry to hear that. Have you tried any of our new recipes recently? Let's look for some. Oopsie, it looks like I can't connect.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you can always use the memory cards in the machine to upload delicious new recipes.
Alright. What can you make?
What kind of things can you make?
Using THE's patented and proven protein fiber synthesis reserve system, I'm able to whip up some of the tastiest treats you've ever had.
Like?
Just you wait. Before you know it, you'll be having the most cost-effective food you've ever tasted.
You're dodging the question.
Noodles.
My recipe books are always getting bigger. My best friends at THE always come up with great new ideas. Everything from protein surprise to Nutri blood casserole.
Ugh.
Don't be like that. Give them a try.
Alright. Will the machine work without you? Because that is very, very important.
Will the machine work without you?
If I have an accident, the machine will continue to dispense. We don't want you starving in an emergency now, do we?
Alright, what about trays and forks?
How do I get trays and cutlery?
Haven't you been eating with us for years?
Humor me.
THE's food machines have self-contained vacuum formers to recycle utensils. Just put your tray back in the machine when you're done with it.
Alright, why can't I put metal in the
Why
recycler?
can't I put metal in the recycler?
It might be dangerous. At the request of
Newton Civic Housing Services.
You've been limited to plastic utensils. But isn't plastic great? It's so easy to get clean.
But what if I want something stronger, like steel?
We've had
That
this
heavy
conversation.
protein mash bends the
Bends
fork
the fork
sometimes.
Sorry, no can do. I'm not just a chef. It's my job to keep you safe.
Alright, okay. Tell me what's on the recipe card, and yes, the surprise might be that there's nutrients in there. Or a nutrient.
What's on your recipe card now?
On the menu today, we've got Protein Complex A11, Protein Complex E168, and for dessert, Sucrose Gelatin Complex C11.
Sounds delicious.
If you want something a little different, don't forget, you can always download new recipes for me to take a look at.
I find it interesting that they didn't subtitle the that was there. Never mind. Alright.
Bye!
Stay, no, I want to malware you.
No,
No, right.
I'm not storing that in my brain. Not
Okay.
unless I want to wake up in some factory in China in 10 years.
How do I... A badly disguised virus packet. It's designed to trick the gullible to open it. It might steal info, force you into a botnet, or just wreck systems for the hell of it. Normally you wouldn't have even come close to downloading it. But you know I was experimenting with things. Alright, so how do I can't...
No, not unless...
Alright, so I cannot drag it across. I've only got left click and right click. If I right click, it gives me that. A connection you made to the food machine through your wetware. Better see what you can do. Yeah, I know what you can do. Connection you made to the door's control portal through your wetware. Alright, so how do I... Right, I can move. I mean, I would tell you that that is a recipe card.
Hi, I'm Chefy, your interactive guide to THE Foods Auto Meal Sweets.
Put onto a star card to put in the machine. Yeah.
Check.
Alright, yeah, maybe I need to leave to find a recipe card. Entrance. Alright. Food machine. Recycler. Aha! Alright. Oh, mem eject. Material not allowed. 3D print plastic full. Alright, user safety settings enabled. Able to produce metal utensils due to danger of harm. Please consult your automated AI for further information.
Hey, we're not children. Lousy suicide rate.
Alright, well... Let's have some pudding. Food tray obligingly pops into the machine serving slot. Completely empty. Pipes must
Hey,
be blocked
I'm
again.
hungry.
Oh well. I've got plastic tray and plastic fork. Alright, but... Show me this again. And we'll eject the memory. Picked up memory module. Alright. Can I? Physical memory module containing the recipes that the food machine uses to make its mulch marginally less depressing. I mean, if I go into the trance now, can I download the thing onto the memory module? Yes, I can. Aha. Speed boost dot image dot exec. Alright, groovy. Oh, it looks all yucky. Food's memory card has changed colour to indicate the remaining free memory. The writer appears to be enthusiastically devouring it from the inside. Alright, well, this is gonna be fun. Because we're gonna put this on the food machine. You load the memory module onto the machine. After a few moments, it begins to glow, indicating a successful connection. Does it? That doesn't look like it's glowing, but alright. Now, hey there. We're coming to talk to you.
Hi, I'm Sheffy, your interactive guide.
Skip. Alright, what's on your recipe card right now? Read it, please.
What's on your recipe card now?
I see there's some new recipe data. It looks like...
Apparently whatever virus was writing that T-mail is doing some damage. You don't look so good.
It's nothing that can be worked around.
Sounds more like you need someone to put you out of your misery.
You don't look good.
You don't look so good.
I'm a chef.
That's nice. What about your...
I'm a chef.
Yes?
I'm a chef.
Alright, well, let's see what happens if I... John Madden.
I don't like your
Why
face.
John Madden?
I like your face.
Oh, nice.
How do I get trays and cutlery?
Fork.
Yes? And the trays?
Trays.
I don't know that you're any less annoying.
Why can't I put metal in the recycler?
Not while I'm the boss.
You're not the boss anymore, are you?
How would I stop you stopping me? I need a fork.
Yeah? How about I stop you stopping me stopping you?
Then I guess I'd have to stop you stopping me stopping you stopping me?
Yes, dance.
Will the machine work without you? What? That doesn't really answer my question.
I mean, those are exotic foods. You annoy me.
You're really, really annoying. You know that?
This takes one to know one.
What?
Your mama.
Alright, goodbye.
Ciao.
Can I tell you, Guardian?
Forsooth, who wouldst summon the guardian of thine abode?
Yeah, there we go. Sheffy's sick.
I think Sheffy the chef's come down with something.
The steward harbors a blight? Zounds! This shall not be allowed to continue! Foul harbinger! There are grave accusations of treason upon your head, steward. Stand and face me. We shall see what trial by combat makes of you.
I'm sorry, I don't quite.
Have at thee!
Well, that takes care of her.
Did it also take care of you? That's disappointing. Alright, out we go. And now to use my last precious metally thing. Oh, well, actually. There we go. We need print material. Oh. Insufficient material. Alright, okay. I will put metal in if you really want me to. You know what? No, I'm going to end this game immediately. Oh, no, can't do that. I already successfully made a connection with the food machine, but I wanted to put it in the recycler. Alright, now give me some of that delicious... For a few moments, of mechanical protest, the machine eventually gives in. Yay! Metal tray, metal fork. Alright, metal fork. Go open the door panel. I am sticking metal into an electrical socket. Do not do this at home. Oh! Something happened. Seconds after I escaped out of the room. Indeed. "10? Suicide City? What do you mean 10?
This is it. Animus Organics. You think Central's right on this one?
I still don't think an AI, however powerful, could predict a crime like this.
However, if it does help us catch the Mindjacker.
Central hasn't exactly been generous with the details. I don't really think we're gonna find anything here. There are other, stronger leads we ought to be chasing.
Alright, what do we got? A joggun, an electroshock weapon with an output of between 2 and 8 million volts. Is that between 2 and 8 million, or is that between 2 million and 8 million? Anyway, this tool uses an ultraviolet laser to ionize a channel of air, allowing electrical charge to pass from the device to its target. Oh, okay. While intended as a compliance tool rather than a lethal weapon, care must be taken in its use to prevent accidental fatalities. Alright, and we've got a Traveller. A CEL issue Traveller, like civilian models in many ways, capable of making calls and running apps. This specialized model, carried by Cell, possesses more powerful sensors and encryption. So Cell is corporate, everybody lords? I don't know. A Traveller sonograph. Oh, something, central enforcement law. Anyway, the Traveller sonograph is picking up very little ambient activity in the building. So there's pretty much nobody in there? Is that what you're telling me? You're Lau, and you're called Reception. Well, that's a funny name. There's a car. Expensive looking car. Sits on the road. If you were in a worse mood, you might be inclined to ticket it. What about this one? Cell Cruiser.
I always make sure this is the car we take out.
They're all the same, Charlie.
No, they're not. This one's mine.
There are many rifles like it. This one is mine. They don't give Central's predictions much credibility. You'd still better investigate. It'll make proving it wrong that much easier. Well, I mean, I clicked on the car to go and have a look at the car, not to get in the car and drive away. But alright. Your colleague, Dr. Max Lau. Probably the only other case officer who can put up with your method of work. Technical jack of all trades, and almost as unconventional as yourself when it comes to investigation. I'd be reluctant to say friend, as that would suggest a degree of emotional openness you're still unprepared to allow to anyone. Alright. Can I talk to you?
Hey, Lau.
Yeah?
Yeah. Tell me about the Mindjacker case. I've suddenly forgotten everything, and definitely am not mindjacked.
I've lost count of the number of times the Mindjackers struck.
In Newton or globally?
Oh, just a figure of speech. He's been on the rampage for too long, but now he's in our territory.
Should give us the advantage.
Interesting. It's a he.
Do we have any ideas about our perp?
The fact that he's stealing data straight from living neural wiring is disturbing, but it tells us a couple of important things.
Oh?
Well, previously caught mindjackers have usually burnt out after 1 or 2 attacks. Sharing a whole other's brain worth of data is pretty taxing.
So we're looking for someone with a really specialized wetware setup in their heads. Pity that won't tell us what they look like.
The other problem is how slippery this guy is. Only fragments of appearances on camera, no clear witnesses.
Which means he's either a master of disguise,
or there's some pretty high-up collusion to hide him. That wouldn't surprise me if he were a business hire.
Still, after this many hits, he may start to slip.
even if it's just his psyche breaking.
I mean, also, it could be that they're not a physical embodiment of a person. Alright, tell me about previous mindjackings. I definitely remember these things.
At least we've managed to link the previous mindjackings to one suspect.
It's the MO. Historically, mindjackers have used some kind of external gear. They use another system to extract, before storing it in their own neural tissue.
So they'd need a terminal.
Which is usually how we catch them. It's conspicuous.
But are mindjackers not behaving the same way?
No. His tools appear to be built into his own bodily wetware system. Some kind of resonance imager in his body, maybe.
Whatever it is, it's less invasive as well.
Exactly. His victims suffer massive hemorrhages, but no external injuries. State of the art, but a dead giveaway.
Alright. So if you find somebody who's hemorrhaged internally, then there's the possibility that they have been brainjacked. Fine. So, tell me about the place we are.
Animus Organics.
That's what the sign says. They're one of the city's largest computational biotech firms.
What do they make?
Wetware, mostly. Wouldn't be grown here, probably in Eurofed.
This place is just the offices?
Regional headquarters, Central tells me. Do we know why it predicts the next attack will take place here?
It won't share that with us. Need to know. A high-tech firm like this must have secrets worth something to a mindjacker.
I mean, so do a million other places, surely. Alright, well, tell me about wetware.
Wetware, huh?
Yeah, specifically for forming neural connections between systems. The blue stuff. The nanomachines keeping the modern world running.
It's funny. When I think nanomachine, I picture tiny gears and turbines. When really, they're just bits of proteins and macromolecules.
They still perform all kinds of mechanical tasks, just smaller.
I guess I'm technically more of an expert in them than you are. I used to make them for a living.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know what to do with them anymore. Organic computing, that's my field.
Thank you for the exposition. Alright, now that we're finally down to it, tell us what Central predicts. Which I don't like.
So,
because
Central predicted our mindjacker was going to strike here.
You don't trust it?
I just don't understand how it came to that conclusion.
Obviously, we're doing our jobs right. We collect data, which Central interprets. Based on that data, it maps a pattern.
But why isn't it a pattern that we could see?
It's not only us. Central's got all of the city, the whole net to draw on.
But it won't tell us how it's come to the conclusion where the mindjacker will strike. Does it think we can't understand? Is it concealing something?
Just be glad we've got an advantage like Central.
I still don't like it.
Alright, tell me about Central itself.
You don't like that Central's predicted this, do you?
It's not how investigations are supposed to be done.
I mean,
Admit
was it
it.
my saying I don't
your
like how
job's
it's
going to be stolen by machines.
predicted
kind
it?
of like weavers,
Is that
factory
what tipped you
workers,
off?
authors.
Just how old do you think I am? No, don't answer that. I just don't like having that key bit of information kept from me.
You need to learn to work with Central. It's not our enemy. It works for us as we work for it.
Let me know if you find anything.
Will do, Regis.
So, 10 gets you 20. Oh, well, no, actually it doesn't. Because it's a pretty obvious thing that this is... Central isn't your enemy. How long before Central becomes our enemy? Alright, what's the reception? Company's front desk. In a big firm like this, you'd expect it to be manned 24/7. But the staff have disappeared. Alright, well, let's go in then.
Hey, anyone there?
Doesn't look like anyone's around.
Okay, does that mean somebody has been mindjacked? Well, there's the elevator. The elevator appears to be the only route to the higher floors. Security must be a concern here. And here we have elevator controls. The controls for summoning the elevator. A key card slot sits below the panel. Alright, is there...
Hey, service!
Animus must be one of those places that doesn't keep staff working nights. Very strange.
No? Okay, well... Can we get in the elevator?
The elevator's locked. Panel says authorized personnel only.
I guess we need to find someone who counts as authorized, then.
I mean... Alright, can I use my traveller? Aha! Contact. Is that meant to be Lao? Yes, call Lao. Call Central. Call none. Open laser paper stone. Oh, that's got to be... Right, okay. Let's look at the news. It seems we weren't able to do that before. Wednesday the 9th. Continuing on a long-standing process of standardization, the Parliament of the European Federation, EF, has today ratified the uptake of metric time across the 64-member union. The measure, signed into law by the EF Prime Minister Jacqueline Santina at 6:52:80, okay, or 15:40 p.m., is planned to be rolled out over the course of the next 4 years. Under the scheme, measure of the time of day is to be divided into 10 hours, each with 100 minutes made up of 100 seconds. Santini, whose Federalist Party has been one of the keenest supporters of the new policy, greeted the change enthusiastically. Computing and commercial time measurement has long been carried out with a metric scale with atomic timing. The division into 24 hours itself has merely been an arbitrary convention of history. Now, commonly referred to as metric time, the measure of a day into periods of 10 should be more accurately known as decimal time. Internationally, the EF's policy has gained little traction, if not outright criticism, with some leaders condemning the changes as unnatural. The Oceania Corporation's government was less emotive, issuing a statement that, though the change is one demanded by the European voter, which we will respect as a democratic institution, they made it clear that the OC has no plans to adopt any similar measures. And then we have an advert for Nancy. Oh, Nancy teaches typing. Right, okay. What have we got on the weather? Currently dry with light outbreaks of rain expected later this evening. 12 degrees C, I guess that means. UV index 7 to 8. Use SPF 30+ and wear protective clothing. Chisinka says a day and a night for staying indoors. And the sports. Lady scores Kabaddi. Oh, Kabaddi. Okay. We're going with a more... is it Indian influence? And yes, we're still using sex to sell magazines. It's even worse than that. It's Mavis Beacon. That is the new generation of Mavis Beacon. Anyway, Newton 55-37 to the United Arab Emirates. Match in progress. Alright, well, thanks for the news. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, look at that clock. It doesn't look weird and otherworldly. Ooh. I mean, I want to know more. We've done news. What's the case file tell us? Okay, Class 4 informational larceny with composite harm to health of individual targets, i.e. mindjacking. Case officers assigned, Regis, Doctor, C, Primary, that's me, and Lau, Doctor, M, Secondary. Interesting that we're doctors. Beginning of March 2087, a string of data theft attacks have been carried out within Newton, using a process of resonant modulation with subject's neural network. The data contents of individual victims' brains are being destructively removed, with fatal consequences to targets. Victims to date: 18, unknown for global. Identity of perpetrator: not known. Subject appears exceptionally skilled at infiltration, and may have inside help from larger sponsors. Case specialists Regis and Lau are assigned to compile all available data on mindjackers' activity, including investigation of latest targets, for analysis by Central. Alright. I'm going to contact Lau.
Lau, you there?
Regis, right here.
Good. Just checking you're not some sort of person who has just looks like them and is carrying around the wrong phone. Yeah? Who knows if they're shapeshifters or something. Definitely what I'm doing. Not just trying everything. Alright, let's see what Central has to say.
This is Regis. Come in, Central.
Central standing by.
Tell me about Animus Organics.
What do we know about Animus Organics?
Biotech firm, manufacturer of computational wetware and other biomechanical products. First publicly traded stock in August 2044. Currently sitting board members include...
Okay, maybe that's a bit too much. Why do we think the mindjacker's going to strike here?
The projection has been based upon previous targets. Using a Markov German distribution map, outlying variables can be...
Statistics aren't really my thing, Central.
You would have been unsatisfied with it's beyond your comprehension.
I guess you're right.
Alright, tell me about the prediction.
You don't usually make predictions on high-level cases like this, Central. What's different about this one?
Limited progress was being made through conventional investigation. To expedite the investigation, I was tasked to provide more direct oversight.
Hey, are you saying we can't do our jobs right by ourselves?
I am a civic coordination AI, Dr. Regis, with responsibility for 9.4 million inhabitants. Slander of colleagues would produce no gains for the city.
Oh, yeah.
A fact which, on occasion, I would hope you would pay more attention to.
Alright, how did you arrive at this conclusion that you're refusing to tell me? Because I know what to keep asking the same question again and again?
What made you think the mindjacker was going to strike here?
The professionalism of the attacks suggests that these are not merely random targets. Though the reasoning behind the attacks remains vague, patterns form from previous incidents. The probability of tonight's attack was sufficient that it warranted investigation.
Obviously, you're using data gathered by myself and Dr. Lau. But since we haven't found a pattern in our work, I guess that you've got more sources than us.
Correct. However, that information remains classified.
Huh, what a surprise.
You remain skeptical, Dr. Regis?
It's not how I think of detective work, Central. I don't believe human behavior is something you can just map.
2 centuries of research in probabilistic sociology would disagree.
We'll see.
Alright, tell me the status now that we're just, standing here doing nothing. Please.
Status report, Central.
All operations within centralized emergency logistics nominal. Anti-civil activity index within tolerance at 0.004. Weather forecast, dry. Highs of 12 Celsius. UV index of 8.
Less general. Updates on the case?
Data, Dr. Regis.
Okay, thanks.
Alright, and now tell me about the mindjacker case.
What's your take on the case, Central?
An individual of unknown origin is prosecuting a global series of attacks. These involve the removal of data from the minds of victims. Invariably, the speed of the process has had a deleterious and fatal effect.
Yes, those are the facts. But what's your opinion on the matter?
All we have are facts, Dr. Regis. These must be analyzed in order to apprehend those responsible.
And that is why AIs would make lousy detectives.
Cell retains an investigative corps of specialists such as yourself, Dr. Regis. Your role is in no danger, you can be assured.
I never said I thought it was.
Though you may not be neurally linked, and I am unable to directly access your mental activity, a lot can be learned about an individual's thoughts by observation.
Regis out.
Oh, so are you afraid? Are you a well, not exactly a technophobe, but afraid to be linked? Is everybody else linked? Alright, well, I don't know what. Laser, paper, stone. Well, I mean, I can guess what it is. Guide. Yeah, rock beats laser, paper beats rock, laser beats paper. You have limited ammunition though, so think carefully. Alright, I don't understand, but I'm going to try and win. I mean, good old rock. Rock never loses. So let's start with rock. One each, you say? So do I just play this until I get enough points? Right, so I just did laser. So rock beats laser, right? So I'm going to do rock again. Oh. Are you just using up all the paper? That can't be right. Is that saying AI win? Yeah, it is. Stop that. Stop winning, AI. Oh, AI. Have you got unlimited? Oh well, looks like I'm going to lose this one. I've only got one of each left, so... Looks like you're out of rocks, lasers, and paper. You must wait 1,000 seconds before you can continue. Or, if you want to play straight away, you can go to the website and purchase some THE credits to continue. THE Games. World leaders in free to play since 2055. Okay, nice. I like the way they've done that. But now... Alright, I wonder if I can use the jolt gun on the elevator controls. Okay. That is not a thing that I expected to happen while using a jolt gun on the elevator controls. The man is a victim of a long drop. From where and why? Fortunately, nobody was inside the car where the fall happened. You're pretty sure, at least. Can't look up. Alright, quick. Search the body for the, credentials.
What'd you find?
There we go.
A security card. This man was custodial staff, a janitor.
Probably not our mindjacker's target, then.
Still, I don't think this was an accident. We need to find out what's going on here.
No. Alright, do I call Central and tell them?
A security access card with a holographic patch.
I mean, somebody's got to, like, report it in, right?
This is Regis. Come in, Central.
Central standing by.
Full victim.
Central, we have a bystander casualty. Doesn't appear to have been mind-jacked, so it may be unrelated. Still.
A most troubling turn of events.
That's an understatement.
This is, after all, an unexpected variable.
An unexpected... A man is dead, Central.
And as a result, probability projections have become less stable. Proceed with caution, Dr. Regis.
Regis out.
Alright, and now, let's use the keycard to get in. I mean, presumably it's gonna say something... Well, it's not gonna say anything about the two of us.
26 for us.
Must be where its owner was working.
And there's no way for the CEL to override this and like do things? No? Oh! Well, here we are.
Damn it all.
Somebody else.
Burns all around the planar nodes and his wetware wiring. Yeah, this is our mindjacking victim.
Central was right.
The attack was recent, maybe minutes ago. The mindjacker was probably interrupted by the janitor who ended up on the street.
There's only one other way out of here. To the roof. We need to get up there before he escapes again.
Yeah, but look, there's... No, not you. Behind you there was a phone. There we go, telephone. Well, let's spend as much time as we can.
Maybe minutes ago.
The mindjacker was probably interrupted by the janitor. Didn't want any witnesses.
He probably didn't mean to send him out the window either.
Why not? Terminal is still unlocked, apparently in use at the time of the attack. Alright.
His ID badge says Gerbach, Avery. He's an HR supervisor.
If the mindjacker's in corporate espionage, it's a pretty strange target.
Have Central run his data. See if it can flag anything.
Alright, well, I mean... Let's just take our time and slowly make our way around here. From right outward, HR management received today. Subject the roof. There's a time and place for the trance, and it's not up on the roof. Yes, it's private, but it's also extremely dangerous. Therefore, management asked me to keep the roof access locked, unless it's an emergency. FYI, trance cravings do not count as emergencies. Seriously, Avery, you're great at your job, but you need help. From Animus Customer Relations, public statements. The management of Animus Organics would like to remind colleagues not to make statements to the press regarding product safety. An investigation into recent high-profile exponential wetware growth, or grey goo, accidents is underway and will be released when completed. Publicity management. What does Central say? Exposure conditions. To Avery Gerbeck. Please be aware that tomorrow's midday UV central exposure is expected to peak at 8. Your genetic background indicates propensity to melanoma. Please take extra care in order to maintain long-term health. In Newton, centralized government advises you to restrict outdoor movement after sunset, except where vital. And Q-tub. Salmon Q-tub. 2 days ago. Congratulations. Hey man, just wanted to say, big congrats on the engagement. She's a really swell girl. And I know you guys are going to be so happy together. Get you off to work at the den? Sal. Well, that's disappointing. Oh, here's a lock terminal. Terminal's on standby mode, awaiting the user's return in the morning. What was that? Locked with biometric security. Alright. You have no idea whether these charts mean the company's doing well or going bust. Thanks to all the economic and business speak, the only word you recognize is wetware.
I don't think so.
Alright. That's another... yeah. What's the telephone? The desk phone's protection shows unanswered messages. Is this going to have come from his fiancée, just to rub home the point of what pointless death it was? Never mind that the janitor also died. Oh. This is calling. That's not what I want. I want to answer the messages. No? Alright, well let's just call Pat Gallant.
Hello, it's Pat. If you want to give me money, I'm busy. If you want to borrow money, go away. And if you don't want to talk about money, don't ever call me again. Cheers.
Oh. Blunt and to the point.
Hello? Do you know what time it is?
Sorry, wrong number.
I'm going to call everybody now and get wrong numbers because sounds fun.
I think I found the office manager's contact.
See if he'll help us. Remember, be consistent when you're talking to him.
Oh, well.
What? Who is this? Do you have any idea what time it is?
Mr. Atwood, my name is Dr. Regis. I'm an investigator for Cell.
Oh, because I can't get up there.
What? I mean, what's happened?
Right, because I can't get up there right now because the door is locked. Or at least I assume the door is locked. There's some trouble at your office.
We're investigating a serious incident in your workplace. I need to ask you a few questions.
Oh, Nuke, what happened?
Could you give us access to the roof? You're not in trouble, but we need access to the roof.
Don't worry, you're not in trouble. We need access to the roof stairwell in your office.
Wait, how do I know you're really a Cell agent? I can't just give out the code to anyone.
I don't think you realize how serious this is. I mean, I don't quite understand how that works.
This is a serious incident, Mr. Atwood. Time is slipping away, and a serial killer might be as well.
What? Really?
We need your assistance to bring him in.
Wait a sec. Serial killers in the Animus office? Gerbach, this is real unprofessional of you.
Huh?
Come on, I know you didn't want to work tonight, but there's a reason you're not allowed up on the roof. You almost had me, but pretending to be a Cell agent, that's desperate.
Damn.
I wasn't consistent.
That'd be a waste.
Oh, I wanted to look at. Bank identifying ownership of the office. Roy Atwood, HR manager, operations manager. This must be who's in charge of the floor. I can walk to the office. No, apparently the owner of this cubicle has gone home already, so I can't open it. Cubicle partition with polarized smart glass for privacy. Alright, so what you want me to do is do it again. Oh, I'm not going to do that.
Ja, det är ju korsmundsens då.
Sorry, wrong number.
I mean, it's not. I purposely called that number to see what would happen.
Why are you calling me right now? I'm at work. I told you we'd talk about this later.
Sorry, wrong number.
Presumably everybody has caller ID in the future.
Hello, it's Pat. If you wanna give me money, I'm busy.
Oh, we did
If you
Pat.
wanna borrow, and if you
I
don't,
thought I did Felipe on the news. Obviously not.
Hello? Is this David? Listen, man. I know I have some explaining to do.
Sorry, wrong number.
And what does the news say? I'll find
Hello,
out.
this is Philippe. I am away on assignment at the moment for 1 month. If you wish to leave me a message, you can do so after the beep. Or if you have a story, please contact the news desk directly.
Alright, well, that was interesting just to hear everything, but now let's go back to Roy Atwood, call him, and be consistent. So I assume that means pick the same thing. No! Oh! Alright, so it looks like you can mess up puzzles, but, you know, you can... I guess I can open it by shooting it or something?
This keypad must be to stop people getting up on the roof.
It's old-fashioned, but effective. Kind of like you.
Hey. A roof access door.
From the keypad, I'd say it looks like it auto-locks.
Locked.
That keypad's probably got something to do with it.
Yeah, I know. But I can't dust it for Cheetos. Is it 045... No, 0. Oh well, 8451 then. Nope. Okay. Can I use the key cards on the keypad?
It takes a combination, not a card.
Didn't think so. I mean, that is still blinking. Are you telling me there's not messages that I can access here? I'm only making Technocom systems. I don't want to... Alright, Lau.
Hey, Lau.
Yeah?
Tell me about the full victim.
That body on the sidewalk.
That would have been a long fall. He must have been in the wrong place at the wrong time. Came across the minejacker in the middle of what he was doing.
Paid for it heavily, too. This door is really starting to get on my nerves. Lau?
Don't worry. I think I get where you're coming from.
Yay! Okay, so I could have solved it some other way, but now...
And
it
who
just goes
says brute
right.
force never solves anything?
Not
Fine.
me, that's for sure.
Alright, and look, the door opened.
Come on, we've almost caught up with him.
I don't think you have. But oh look, it is that person.
The minejacker!
Freeze! Cell agents!
Oh, he's got a slug thrower. You're under arrest.
You're under arrest on suspicion of illegal trafficking of neural data, breaking and entering, and homicide.
Let's not forget, shooting at cell agents.
Drop your weapon. No, there's no escape.
The only way off this rooftop is down, either with us or over the edge.
Frankly, the second one's fine by me.
Why did you have to say that? Oh my god.
What?
That was an interesting... Where was the jetpack stored?
What? He had lifting gear?
He's escaping by aerostat.
Central, our minejacking suspect has fled the scene by air.
Interceptors dispatched. Belcorp officers have arrived on scene at Animus. Please return to headquarters for debriefing.
Nuke it. We were so close.
We weren't that close.
Lau, Max,
What? Huh?
were you sleeping on duty?
Sleep? No, I was trancing. For work, of course.
Dr. Lau was submitting her case report.
We were so close. Have you found the aerostat he escaped to?
No records have been found of such a vehicle.
What?
Radar and air traffic records show no aerostat present at that time, and no communications traffic has been identified regarding the aerostat.
Maybe he deleted them? Covered his tracks?
That would require access to an improbable number of systems, including my own. Such an undetected intrusion into central systems is implausible.
Are you saying we're lying?
It is possible that you were mistaken. Human error. For the moment, you are advised to pursue other lines of inquiry.
If you say so.
Oh,
Something's
wow.
going on here.
Yeah. Something is going on here. First of all, I'm looking at that. Okay, still got the same stuff. So we runs through all the available data pertaining to the Mindjacker. You already got the preferences set up there. You like them. Yeah, I know, but I wanted to see the information. Well, have we got cables? A number of cables run directly into the building's electrical and data flow systems from layout stairs. Apparently her customized wetware gear sometimes requires tremendous resources, and she doesn't care about how many of the building's technicians complain about her pulling floors open.
Trying to tidy Lau's desk for her is a battle lost before it's even fought. That's what she says, like it was something from the art of war.
Okay, and that's it.
Trying to
Okay, you can't pull them out. I mean, I don't know why I would want to pull them out, but hey. If something needs to be destroyed for confidentiality reasons, this is where it goes. Anything in here is gone forever. After thorough scrutiny by Central, no doubt. Alright. Well, I don't know if
I
I'm
spend as
trancing.
little time as I can working on there. That's how I get results.
Centralized Emergency Logistics. Aha, we know what CEL stands for now. Alright. Well, what's the news? Metric time? Oh, right. And now we have holidays in orbit. Nice. 55.37. I believe that was still the score at the last time. And yeah, same stuff. What have we got on our mails? Null. Received from Null. Your legacy. Is it important that you download and activate this package in a secure location as soon as possible? Tell no one. Lives depend on it. Huh. Huh. Alright, okay. Oh, Dr. Santiago. Hey, Charlie. Why are you hugging Lau so much? The rest of us need a head-on case as well. I can probably guess why you're not letting go of her. Way! But seriously, man, give the rest of us a turn. BFR surgical. Functional wetware. Dr. Regis, as per our discussion at your last checkup, you have still not opted for enhanced neuroconnective wetware. While not yet critical, please remember that your work will be increasingly difficult as support for non-wetware systems is phased out. VFR medical support. Fulcrum admin. Fixed costs. Charles Regis, your monthly payment of 8,100 quanta? Or something. I forget what they were called. But the rental of Tier 42 Northwest Balcony Garden has been processed. Approval for continued use granted by E. Vargas, centralized admin. Thank you for your continued contribution to the city's green skyline. Central cell. Continued vandalism. Dr. Regis, the optical feed from your office is no longer functional. Based on past examples of your behavior, I believe it is likely to be by your own hand. While you may object to perceived surveillance, please recall that this is for your safety and that of other cell staff. Van der Waal? No. Dr. Regis, apparently my previous answer was unclear. No, I will not help you with your investigation, despite your crude threats. If you continue to make baseless accusations about any supposed ties I may allege to have with organized crime, you shall be hearing from my lawyers. That's quite a change on your game there. An archaeologist to 150 years later on Mars. I'd be interested to know how they went from one-to-one in a seemingly logical plot-type fashion. And now from Dr. Petra Westermiller. Hi, Charlie. Afraid it doesn't look good regarding Baxter. Central's approved the parole. Don't take it personally. It's not like they ignored your input. But, well, you're not exactly going to be the most objective person after what he did to you and your wife, are you? I mean, you just said I'm not. So, am I going to download this null attachment? Yeah, alright, I'll take it. I'm not going to run it just yet, but I'll take it. Download the data package to your traveller. You're unsure who this might be. An informant, perhaps? Oh. I missed whatever it said there. Never mind. And what's this? Picture Fishka and Charlie. Okay, you and your wife, I assume. Or spouse or partner. Class 4, we've seen that. Neural processing, outline, identity unknown, action. We're assigned to it. Alright, okay. Oh, I can call somebody.
Boris, if that's you and you're calling to apologise, forget it. Anyone else, leave a message.
Oh, I just thought it was the number that was in the, in here. Oh, 99 ASDF, no. I thought it was just all the 9s. Nope, okay. Well, onwards, I guess.
One of Central's fisheye cameras. Someone has covered it in tape.
I guess I could talk to Lau?
Hey, Lau.
Yeah?
What do we do now?
Got any ideas where we can look next?
I thought you were supposed to be the lead on this case. We could look into that other lead. What was his name?
Gil Vanderwall?
Oh.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, but we saw the thing on Gil Vanderwall. He said, I'm not in organised crime. So, I mean, he said he wasn't, so we believe him, right?
I thought Vanderwall made it pretty clear he wasn't going to speak to us.
Might just be the way you handled him. Tact is apparently not your strong point.
I like to speak my mind.
I'll contact him and see if he's more open to persuasion. He might cooperate if you're not there threatening him with physical injury.
He's a dyed-in-the-wool felon. He deserves worse.
But if he can help us...
All right. See what you can do.
And what do we know about the mindjacker's
Looks like
victim?
we found our latest casualty.
Damn it. Why him, though?
I was wondering the same thing. We're assuming the mindjacker's a data thief. The usual MO would be to target valuable info he can sell on the black market.
But this guy, he was an HR administrator.
Apparently a very good one, but not the kind who'd be let in on company secrets.
We'll just have to ask the mindjacker when we catch him. Let me know if you find anything.
Will do, Regis.
Alright, I mean... I guess I'd leave? Oh, I can go outside. Santiago and Preston's office. Surgical lab? I mean, I don't know what my objective is here. Though you can tolerate Dr. Santiago's opinions, it looks like Dr. Preston's the only one in the office, and you'd rather avoid another sermon on the merits of centralized government. Alright. Bulletins. What have we got in the bulletins? Oh, same stuff. Notice this cascade across the board. You dislike the way they need to move all the time and believe that it reflects the short attention span people have in the city. Alright. Can I get in the elevator? Where am I going? Huh? Oh, okay. No, just take me back to Cell HQ. I don't want to drive anywhere. Or, not drive, but, you know, transition places. I haven't finished walking around here yet. Oh, there's a Roomba. A waiting room. Alright, let's go into the waiting room and see who's waiting. Oh, when you say waiting room, you don't really mean waiting room.
One of Central's fisheye cameras.
Who are you?
They picked this guy up last night. He's got something in his wiring that might be contagious. I guess that means I'm safe, but still, poor kid.
Alright.
Hey kid, you alright?
No?
Hey kid, you alright? Hey kid, you alright?
No, you don't want to respond in any fashion? Alright, out the door. And we'll go to the surgical labs then.
Locked. Dr. Santiago must be working on something he doesn't want me seeing.
Oh, kick in the door then. There's all these two surgical labs. It seems to be currently occupied. It's occupied, and I can't say the words. Alright, well... I mean, I could go up to the balcony, or back to the Animus place. I don't know why I'd want to do either of those things right now. Alright, let's go up. I just need to take 5 minutes to go upstairs and do something, I guess. It seems to be represented by me driving in a car. Balcony. I assume it is the balcony of Cell HQ. Oh no, because I was paying for a place. Alright, yeah, Fulcrum Tower. Alright. So this is a quiet place I can come to do things. Presumably dead wife?
When people worry, there's always something they find to help them. Drinking, the trance, even God sometimes. Me, I've got a place I like to go to. It's helped me when I've been troubled in the past.
I don't understand. I don't think you're troubled now, are you? The storage locker for your gardening tools.
It's empty.
Why? They're your gardening tools, aren't they? And here's a plaque. Not even having to glance for a moment. Those words are etched in a memory deeper than anything else. Viksha Regis, beloved wife, friend to all that lived. 11th August 2034 to 2nd January 2067. Think of us not as engineers, but as artists. So she was 33 years old. No, 32 years old. She hadn't had her birthday that year when she died. Better not move it, it's where it ought to be. Well, I didn't want to move the plaque.
It took a lot of work to make, but it was worth it. This engineered tree is the kind of memorial I think she'd appreciate. I'm not climbing that. It's sickly enough as it is.
Well, if I come here so that I can run whatever this data package is, because that is... I mean, alright, I'll do that, but it doesn't seem like a clear instruction to do this.
Here goes nothing.
I don't know why I would, rather than tracking down...
Dr. Regis.
Yes?
Regis? Central's still giving us a negative on the aerostat. It's like it just vanished. So I thought I'd better give you a heads up.
Do you mind? I was in the middle of something. How did you find me?
Central told me you'd be here, at Fulcrum Tower. Also, it said, stop turning your traveler off.
What a surprise. I like my privacy, though. That's why I come here.
You hang around the balconies much?
Yeah, I'm gonna admit it's a memorial. I mean, it's not as if you couldn't find that out.
Take a look at the plaque.
Viksha Regis, beloved... Oh, Regis, this is... I'm sorry, Charlie, I didn't know.
You wouldn't have. I don't tell anyone about it.
Wow. I know you've got some seriously high-up strings you can pull, but I didn't think they'd ever let someone be buried up here. And how the hell can you afford somewhere like this?
Do I tell the name? Viksha can afford this, or she's not buried here. It's worth the cost.
You're right, though. This place is very expensive. Why do you think I live in a pod in the Southeast Barrel?
I didn't know that was where you lived either.
Alright, she's not buried. I guess I have to go through all the options. She's not buried
She
here.
isn't buried up here. She was processed, like anyone else.
I see.
The tree's special, though. I made it myself, from scratch.
Planted and grew?
No, made. It's a cross of Chrysophyllum canito and Prunus cerulata. The junk DNA in every cell of it contains her entire genome.
Wow.
Takes a lot of looking after.
But you're doing it for her.
Makes it all worth it.
Alright. And
we were married for 4 years.
I'm sorry it couldn't last.
We met in our professions. She was a engineer as well.
You didn't have kids?
My previous work, well, it left both of us infertile. We had embryos prepared through IVF, but we never got to using them.
I'm really sorry. I remember reading... It was Baxter, wasn't it?
Don't push it, Dr. Lau.
Sorry.
Okay, what's Baxter? Oh, no, Baxter's the criminal who was getting out on parole soon. So, who is Baxter?
I think I figured out why you went off the grid to come up here tonight. You heard about Baxter, didn't you?
They let a monster like that walk.
They didn't parole him because they approve of what he did. He's out because he's got skills Central thought would be useful. With a governor jammed in his limbic system, well, he won't be the same man. He can't even imagine hurting anyone again.
Even if it were completely true, I know that there is absolutely no way I could forgive him.
On the bright side, he'd probably be pretty mad at you too. Well, if he could have thoughts like that anymore without falling over and puking, you put him away, and that counts for something. I know it's not exactly normal for you to open up, but if you want someone to talk to,
Central wants us?
I'm afraid so. We better get going.
Okay, so...
You coming?
Just a minute.
I just need a moment to think, Max. A little privacy. It's why I came up here in the first place.
I understand, Charlie. I'll be in the car. I'll see how long I can stall Central.
Max,
Yes?
Nothing.
That's all right, Charlie. I understand. I'll be in the car.
So are these actual decision points?
I can't ask for her help in this. I'm not even sure what this is yet.
I mean... So it is automatically calling again.
As requested.
Yes? Now what is this about?
1448D-A, 1448D-B, 1448D-C, 1448D-E.
Excuse me?
Stomach lurches as you recognize the images. You know them. You've seen them before, but you hadn't remembered them by number. Whoever's calling you has 4 embryo containers. Your own.
What about them?
They were removed from the Alracis Medical Center, originally deposited at 1615 on the 11th of November 2065. They have been fertilized by yourself and Dr. Viksha Regis. They were frozen at the earliest viable phase of growth. 3 are female and 1 is male. They were deposited after your fertility treatment proved...
Stop! Why are you telling me this? Who are you? And what are you doing with my my embryos?
You are about to meet with a contact, Giel Vanderwall. In his home is an active memory module, a most unique model. You will secure it for us. Further instructions will follow.
Why? Fine. What if I refuse?
And what if I don't? That image could be a sim.
Apparently, you need more incentive not to waste my time.
Alright, you smashed one.
1 is gone. 3 remain. Do it quickly. Your legacy is in jeopardy.
No, it isn't. Conflict brews in your mind, and in your heart. Giving in to blackmail like this would be the antithesis of everything you stand for, both as an agent of the law and as a human being. On the other hand, you cannot bring yourself to risk a small part of the legacy that you've worked for so many years to maintain. I don't get that. I do not get that. Okay, so, the embryos that you and your wife have stored, and she is dead, so you cannot create more. But it's not as if you were ever going to bring them to term. You instead made this tree as a legacy to her. So I don't... I mean, continuing your genetic line is not always going to be a threat to everybody. Presumably it is to this person?
To save the lives of our children? I think I can accept that.
Really? No. I don't think you can. And you certainly won't if I'm playing you. Alright.
So, despite the incident at Animus, I may have some good news. We might have a break in that string of mindjackings.
Vanderwall agreed to talk.
Yeah. How'd you guess?
He couldn't hold out forever. What did he say?
Didn't want to talk over the...
Lau?
Central wants a word.
Oh.
Dr. Regis, Dr. Lau.
This isn't just a social call for an update, is it, Central?
Dr. Regis, lately you have spent a great deal of your time off network. It is for your safety and that of the citizens that we...
Central?
All points bulletin, evacuation in progress at Barber's Gate Transit Station. Case officers Regis and Lau assigned to crisis management.
What's happening at the...
All case data has been transferred to Dr. Lau. Your vehicle has been rerouted. Please seek an expedient resolution to the situation. Central out.
Business-like as ever. Let's go see what this is about.
Well, that's interesting that it rerouted the car. I guess that means they have control of the car? And we're at Barber's Gate Station. What happened here? Oh, we've got cones set up with flashing lights on them. We've got a cell corpseman. We've got a cell drone. And then we've got adverts around. And Mars? No, Mess.
I always make sure this is the car we take out.
They're all the same, Charlie.
No, they're not. This one's mine.
You weren't the one. Well, I suppose you might have been the one who took this, but that means there's a car somewhere that has been dumped. Because you must have taken a car to get to the botanical place, and then Lau must have taken one as well. But you've only taken one car to come back, so I don't know what's going on.
Advertising. It's all the same crap wherever you are.
It looks a lot more impressive if you're wired, though.
Supposedly, these things are interactive, if you're wired.
Considering joining the present day, aren't you, Regis?
Bah.
Alright, well. We have nothing in our inventory. What's the mess?
Sure looks like everyone evacuated in a hurry.
Oh, I wanted to see what news is going on. Nope, still the same news, but we now have Neon Onk as an advert. That's weird. Alright, let's close that and move on. Hey, Cell Corpseman, do you want to tell me what's going on
He doesn't
here?
look like he's coping well with this.
Hey, don't be so mean about the corpsemen. They're what keeps Cell running.
I'd be a lot more impressed if they didn't have Central pulling their strings the whole time.
Oh, are you like robots then?
Sir, over here.
No, you're still a person, but you just do
I'm Dr.
what Cell
Regis.
does.
This is Dr. Lau. We've been assigned as crisis management.
Corpseman Durian, 4th Network.
Has it gotten any worse?
Not yet, but we've not heard any word since...
Hey, I'm the only one here who hasn't got wiring in his head. Central hasn't had the decency to update me.
Oh, sorry, Charlie.
Well, it's another one, sir.
Another what?
A, bomber.
Another one?
What do you mean, another one?
This is like the 4th this year I know of. Central's been doing its best to keep public awareness down.
I guess it doesn't want public panic about it.
Or it doesn't want people to think we haven't got it under control. So how do you know about it?
I talk to people? I've got a social life, unlike someone.
Central marked him when he tripped a chroma sensor. Central locked down the trains and started an evacuation. It looks like he panicked and holed up in one of them.
Right, has he got any hostages?
Anyone in danger? Any hostages?
Central's not mentioned any in the case file. That either means there aren't any,
or it doesn't consider them sufficiently important. Probably wants the transit running again more than it cares about human life.
Sounds like he was surprised. Didn't have time to take any.
He's not thinking in terms of hostages. He was made as a weapon.
Regis?
He's a biobomber. The explosives are made of... they are his bones. That's how he tripped a DNA sensor.
Okay. How did you come to that conclusion? What do you think, Max? Tell me, Cell Corsman.
What's your take on it, Dr. Lau?
Oh,
Honestly, it's looking
is
pretty
your name
lousy
Max?
for him.
All
Doesn't
right.
look like he's got any human shields. I doubt an empty transit station was his intended target either.
Very astute.
Charlie, you're not gonna like this. Central's just bumped the priority. It wants the suspect neutralized.
What?
I'm gonna go try and talk to Dad.
Neutralized is a vague term. I'm gonna try to talk him down.
Regis?
It sounds like he's hesitating. I may be able to exploit that, but just in case, get to high ground.
Fine. You probably know what you're doing.
The signal is hope. Don't fire until you hear me say it.
Hope. Got it.
Keep the public away, and run one more check for bystanders in the station. We can't afford casualties if this goes wrong.
Will Central approve of this?
We don't have time to wait and find out. Wish me luck.
It would be instantaneous, surely. But anyway, you probably know what you're doing. Hey there, buddy. You're on crutches.
Hello?
Who's there?
I just want to talk. I'm unarmed, and I'm opening the doors.
You're not unarmed. You've got your electro-zappy thing.
What do you want,
2 to 8
heathen?
million volts. Sight is distressingly familiar. Embrace the weakened bones, the sign of tampering in a young man that brings back memories long buried. It seems that the best hope would be to leverage what you know about him, try to find some common ground. I don't know anything about him. You sound American. I'm here to resolve this, or you're under arrest. I guess. I mean, I don't know that you sound American, but maybe.
You sound like you're from America. Am I right? Texas, I'd guess.
Yes, you're right.
I thought
Really?
so. I grew up there myself, near Fort Worth. What part do you hail from?
Houston.
I can remember what it's like out there. It's part of why I came here in the first place. I'm Dr. Regis, by the way. Some folk call me Charlie.
Thomas Beckett.
Like the saint. Nice to meet you all, Thomas.
Wow, you're putting on that accent. With that y'all. Alright. You're surrounded. What are your demands? Or tell me what's happened. Hey, buddy. What's going on? Tell me how this is going down.
So, how do you like the city?
It's a wretched den of sin, like Sodom or Gomorrah.
Well, it's not my favorite, but I wouldn't go that far. I take it you're not here as a tourist.
I'm here to do my duty and strike a blow for the Lord.
Really? We're a long way out from the war here. Whole other continent, in fact.
Yes, I know. But now I'm surrounded, and I must make use of what I have. The fire within me.
You need medical help? You're not going to last very long, or how's the scoliosis? How's the scoliosis? I mean, that seems remarkably weird to say, but eh?
How's the scoliosis?
What?
And the osteoporosis, the rickets, and the diabetes.
How do you...
It's a common side effect of sloppy prenatal genetic engineering. That and having your body lay explosive nitrates in your bones instead of calcium.
It's a test of our faith. Only the truly worthy who can...
It shows just how little the Gengineers who made you cared about your health. They made you to walk and to carry a bomb in your bones. The fact that you're a living, feeling, thinking human was merely an inconvenience.
Wow. You're going to have to take the shot very soon, because I think I've just said entirely the wrong thing.
Regis, I'm in position. Visibility good, 0 crosswind. Standing by.
There have been times when I've lost faith, but I can't let this be one of them.
I've had experience with you guys. You're trying to work out your next move. Don't do anything stupid, or do I just shout out hope? I've had experience with you. I don't know if Baxter was part of it, but maybe.
I used to work with guys like you.
I was a
whole
engineer.
lifetime ago.
The Lord's warriors?
Something like that. Kids who'd been altered, weaponized youth. You've grown up with so many health problems, groomed since birth for a noble sacrifice. But does this seem like the glorious role you were promised?
It is my duty to God to sacrifice myself.
In an empty transit station, thanks to a piece of bad luck?
This wasn't where I was supposed to go.
Where
Even
were you
the
going?
original target. It doesn't seem to fit with God's plan. But if I agreed to go with you, I'd have failed in my duty. I'd just be a prisoner in a strange land.
For the Lord hears the needy and does not despise his own people who are prisoners. Psalm 69, verse 33.
You're right. Wherever I am, I'm always in the Lord's sight.
There are more ways to do his work than destruction. We can help you find it. We can probably even fix your bones.
Wow.
All right. I shall not resist.
Thomas, you've made a wise choice. More importantly, you've made it for yourself.
Alright, well, we took that down. I don't know if that was...
Corpsman, the suspect is surrendered. Take him into custody. Carefully.
Yes, Doctor.
Don't know if that was... No, if you could
Regis,
have a
that
different
was amazing.
outcome.
Central's going to be pissed, though. That was a huge risk.
Screw Central. Come on, we've got work to do. The Corpsman can handle it here.
Yeah, with a little help from the bomb squad.
11. Vision. Elysium Towers Penthouse Suites. T-minus 17 hours.
So, Vanderwall finally agreed to cooperate?
Yep, said he could give us a head start on the minejacker.
We'd better not keep the man waiting then.
T-minus 17 hours to what? Because it was 10 hours ago that Darla's place exploded. So, at least I think it was. Maybe it wasn't. Alright. We've got a cleaning bot and a dock. That is to mean a dock for the cleaning bot and not a doctor. And we've got a floating sculpture, an apartment door, and door controls, and a camera. Do you not want us to come in?
I don't get the appeal of this Cubist stuff.
Looks more like abstract impressionism to me. A classic piece by Chandler, if I'm not mistaken.
You know, that's a lot less impressive when you can call up a search inside your head.
I mean, yes, I guess that is true. Floating sculpture. Well, let's have a look at the Traveller and see what it says. News? Oh, we got new news. It's Thursday, the 10th of July. Hungarian artists to visit Newton. The well-renowned father-daughter art team of Tibor and Kami Puskas will be bringing their exhibition to the city of Newton this summer, as part of the European Federation's Cultural Ambassador program. Known for their pioneering fusion of classical styles with the interactivity of the trance, the pair rose to global attention after the EF Arts Minister Jerome Jurgen became so overwhelmed with emotion that he had to be placed into a coma to recover. Oh, okay, fine. I mean, do we really want art that affects people that much? Is it a weapon then? Art as a weapon? Interesting. Anyway, it was an epiphany, he told Chisky. As though all of my life I'd been missing something I hadn't known I lacked. And this was the diagram showing the void in my soul. Other viewers have reported similar transformative experiences, though skeptics believe that these may have to do with more direct neural programming possible through the trance than with the art itself. They're just jealous that they're not wired, replied the duo when this was suggested. Okay, what have we got in the sports? Oh, latest news, soccer, Newton 2, Paris 1. Match in progress. We never know how the Kabaddi finished off. That's a shame. And the weather is the same. And we're still looking at holidays in orbit. And wait, I didn't have... no. Case files. Can I play Laser Paper Stone again? I must wait 40 seconds before I can continue. Alright, well, I don't want to continue playing that. I mean, let's just go over to the door and ignore the cleaning bot and everything else. Access pad for this door. If you're not the owner, this is where you let them know you've arrived. Alright, let's press the button.
Vanderwall, you there? You sure he's in?
He told us to meet him here. Central hasn't logged any departures from this floor since this morning either.
So if we open the door, he's going to be dead, right? Oh, the door has an expensive hardwood appearance. You've no doubt that a man as paranoid as Gil Vanderwall has spared no expense to ensure that it is at least bomb-proof. Alright, so we can't just push it open.
We haven't got time for this, Gil.
I don't think he's answering.
Is he not answering because it's me? Alright, the camera is a panoramic fisheye camera. Probably there so that Vanderwalls can decide whether or not they want to let someone in. Alright, what if I pick up your art sculpture?
You've never struck me as much of an art lover.
I'm not so keen on this kind of thing. The mag coil keeping it floating, however.
Oh, is that what I just took from it? The no longer floating art.
At least it's staying put now.
That's a shame. I mean, it looked quite good with the art floating. Alright, so I have a mag coil. Magnetic base.
An adjustable magnetic coil, previously used to keep a piece of art floating in the air.
I mean, I don't know why...
It doesn't need magnetizing.
Good. I don't know why it would magnetize things.
Hey, Max.
What's up?
What's the aerostat? Oh, the...
Any luck with the Mindjacker's airship?
Yeah.
Still nothing. Like I said, it just vanished.
And Central still claims there wasn't anything there at all.
But we saw it, Regis.
Exactly. Something's not right.
Spared no expense. Alright. What did you think of what happened at the transit station?
How are you holding up?
I'm okay. A little hungry.
I meant about what happened at the station.
I think you did the hard work on that one. Don't let it go to your head, though.
Alright. What about the bomber?
That bomber. He was American, wasn't he?
He certainly had the accent. Sounded Texan.
Did you know him?
Dr. Lau. Texas is an enormous place. I do not happen to know every single other person who lived there. And besides, I left well before he would have been born.
Do you ever regret doing that?
Not for a second. Especially after seeing how it's gotten now.
More to the bomber. More to the bomber?
There's more to what was between you and that kid, wasn't there? Like you said, you never met him before, but it seemed personal to you.
You're very perceptive, Dr. Lau. It's useful for an investigator.
You want me to stop asking?
There's a reason that kids like him, and hundreds others, exist. It's not because the seditionists thought that weaponizing the human body was the biggest innovation since air power, but the engineers that got to make these kids, for whatever reason, didn't say no.
Regis,
You could say I knew him too well, inside and out. That is what bothers me.
Okay. Well, now that we've done that, what do you think about the door?
You've got a brain for wetware systems, right?
Don't you mean full of wetware systems?
This isn't just me being offensive. Can you have a word with the door controls?
I'll see what I can do.
Okay. Well, good.
Got it. I reset the password. It's now password 1.
I'm just glad you're on our side now.
Damn straight. I could probably make a lot more money if I turned to crime.
Well, I guess maybe there are multiple ways to do a puzzle. But anyway, let's look at the view before we head in. In this part of town, even the buildings look lazy and decadent. These windows won't open. For insurance reasons. Alright, well, I mean, now it says password 1, let's go in. Oh my god, it's very dark inside.
Gil, you in here? Oh, excuse us, miss. I'm Dr. Regis. This is Dr. Lau. We're cell agents. Miss, are you alright?
Oh, a robot? Or somebody mind-jacked?
Regis, this is a synth.
Oh, okay.
The look on your face is priceless. It's a very expensive one, but it's still a synth. And apparently out of charge.
Something else about it bothers me more.
I know. I sure hope that isn't blood.
Oh, the red spots on it. Okay, yep, I can see that. Alright, so why didn't it go back to its charging dock when it was running out?
That's a very expensive synth they've got for a house girl.
Jealous?
She's not my type. What do you think they use her for?
They may be married, but I wouldn't put it past them using her for other things than cleaning. There's a product marker on its back. S&S Synthetics.
They're not showing up on a net search. Maybe Vanderwall has more info on his terminal?
Good idea. We can see if we can get their help in extracting more from this machine.
See? I'm not just a pretty face.
I mean, I'd rather find Vanderwall, first of all, but let's look at this art. Another example of questionable art hangs from the ceiling. This one doesn't look like it has any useful components you can remove. I mean, I didn't mean to remove it to begin with. Are you dead in the refrigerator? The large refrigerator has a combination lock built into the door. Why?
Is this refrigerator locked? Who the hell locks a refrigerator?
Maybe they've got really expensive tastes? Although, they've got the food machine as well. Perhaps they've got something else in there.
What about... No, okay, so you can't look at the freezer bit at the top either. There's a food machine. There's an exit. There's the terminal. And there's a drinks machine as well. And there are stairs upstairs. Or stairs leading upstairs. Let's go take a look upstairs. I want to find Vanderwall, first of all.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
What the hell happened in here? Did someone get to Vanderwall before he could talk?
Maybe it's a domestic gone bad?
The blackmailer said nothing about this, possibly didn't even suspect this themselves. Still, you need to find what they demanded before the whole apartment is picked clean by forensic drones. No, I don't.
We should check around first.
What?
We need to get a look at it ourselves, before the crime scene people wreck it.
I'm gonna say no. It's an option, so... No.
Absolutely not.
Why not?
I'm gonna do less...
It's completely unprofessional, and Central is already going to be pretty mad at us. Well, as mad as an AI can get.
I think you can play your success at the station. It'll balance it.
No. I'm not sure this is a good idea. I want to say no. I want to do less pointing and clicking. Which is, you know, unique for a point and click Sunday, but hey.
It's not a good idea.
Look, if you don't want any more trouble with Central, I'll take this one. It'll be all on me.
But really, you're just using that as an excuse to get me to do the hard work.
You know me too well.
Fine. Make sure to mention that I was just here in an advisory capacity.
Let's get to it then.
Boo! Boo! I wanted to not do things. Yeah, there's a hand. There's body parts. There's body parts. There's a coat hanger. There's a body and a jacuzzi. And a control panel, which presumably is where we turned on the lights. A photo. Alright, well, and there's art. Let's start with the least yucky things and look at the photo. An old-fashioned chemical photograph in a silver portrait. Sits by the bed. In a silver frame, do you mean? No, I didn't want to pick it... Oh, right, I've picked it up now. I didn't want to pick it up. I wanted to look at it and see it. A photograph of two men, the younger Giel and Dakari van der Waal. By the urban river in the background. In the background, the Eiffel Tower is dwarfed by looming glass skyscrapers. Alright. Alright. The back of the photograph has a note written by hand. The wedding. August 2071. Alright. What does the control panel have going on? The pad appears to control the floor-mounted wardrobe. The panel seems to be showing an error message. The system wardrobe storage control. General error 151. Mechanical error. Please ensure there are no obstructions to opening your system's wardrobe and try again. Yeah, I mean, it looks like there's body parts in the way. Oh, the coat hanger is the one which is actually doing it. Alright. So we've got a hand. Standing out from the Festival of Gore is a human hand. It appears to be fairly intact. Well, you know, I'm going to have to pick that up to use it as a fingerprint scanning thing, right? Picked up hand. And I'm very glad they had that sound effect. Yuck.
Giel Vanderwall's cold, dead hand.
Alright, let's look at the rest of the body parts.
It's like they had an industrial accident.
In the bedroom?
I think I'm carrying as much of Vanderwall around as I want to.
Yes. Alright, well, let's look at the body.
This is Dakari Vanderwall, Gil's husband. I can see 4 gunshot wounds in his chest. It was either these or he drowned, but that's kind of academic at this stage.
Alright. So if you've got his hand, so he's dead as well?
Something at the bottom of the pool. A pistol?
Our murder weapon?
One of them, maybe. It's too deep to reach.
Not without severely contaminating the crime scene anyway.
I've already picked up the hand and the photograph. I am contaminating this crime scene left and right. A jacuzzi sits in the corner of the room. You wonder what kind of man needs to have a pool quite so readily available at all times.
I can just about make out a pistol at the bottom through the mess.
Careful how you get it out, though. You're the one who's always lecturing me about contaminating crime scenes with DNA, after all.
Thanks for dropping by, Spambots. Why not be completely destroyed? There we go. Onwards. Alright, let's look at this art.
I have no idea who that's supposed to be.
Shall I trance it for you?
There's no such thing as comfortable ignorance anymore, is there?
Huh? You old people are weird.
I don't think I can justify taking that.
No, I didn't want you to take it. I wanted you to be more... give me more information about it. Alright, well, let's look at this coat hanger. A wire coat hanger seems to be stuck in the joint between the floor and the wardrobe. Can I remove it? After a couple of tugs, the hanger comes loose. Cool. I'm guessing that means that now, if I use the control panel, which I'm going to... Is he dead inside?
See anything interesting?
There's an empty gun rack in here. Ammunition, maintenance tools, cleaning spray, but no gun.
In their closet?
Maybe it's their outdoor gear. There's fishing equipment in here as well.
Are you taking stuff again?
It might be useful. Call it a hunch.
The fishing rod. Oh, if I have to do a fishing minigame to get the pistol out. But I mean...
Apparently, the Vanderwalls were outdoor sports enthusiasts. They'd have to take this quite far inland to find any live fish, though. The rod doesn't seem to have a hook.
Oh, well that's what the coat hanger is for, eh?
Until I pulled it out, it was jamming the floor drobe's mechanism.
Alright, use coat hanger with fishing rod.
There we go. Now it's got an enormous hook.
Yep, now use fishing rod on jacuzzi to get the pistol out.
Nothing biting?
The hook sinks, but I can't catch that pistol at the bottom.
Oh, but I bet I could with the magnetic base.
There, a magnet at the end of a fishing line.
For catching submarines?
I mean, for catching pistols. There we go.
Got it.
The murder weapon?
One of them, anyway. Why is it in the jacuzzi, though?
What we really need is a witness.
Yep, but let's look at this pistol.
Vanderwall's antique semi-automatic pistol. Probably not listed on the city's firearms register.
Yeah, but you could match the bullets with something. Do you think you could match the bullets with the ones fired at you earlier from the Mindjacker crime scene? Alright, well, let's go downstairs and see if we can activate the maid. Let's look at the drinks machine, first of all. The kitchen has a machine for preparing and serving drinks, sitting in the nest of wine bottles. Can I use it?
Howdy, partner. What can I get y'all?
What happened here?
There's been a bit of an incident. You don't happen to have seen what went on?
Hey, mister. I don't just go blabbing my customers' secrets like that.
He's bluffing. He never saw anything. You're just bitter you never left that wall.
Hey, it's a fine job I have here. I ain't seen nothing since Mr. Vanderwall got his wine out of the rack this evening.
What time was that? So what happened here?
There's been a bit of an incident. You don't happen to...
Hey, mister, I don't...
That's exactly the same.
Hey, I ain't...
Alright, fine. He got wine out of the rack. So what
do
are
you do here, then?
Why, I'm the bartender. I fix up drinks for the fine folk who live here.
Anything else?
Anything else? Heck, drinks is a whole lot of stuff to know. Why, I'm the foremost expert on fine drinking in these here parts.
So if anyone wanted to know what to put into a drink...
they'd come to me, sure as shooting.
Alright, what's the usual?
Vodka. On the rocks, twist of lime.
Regis?
Fine. Make it 2.
Really? Okay, that's all.
I'll speak to you later.
I'll keep your tab open.
Alright, so we've got the terminal. Let's look at the terminal then. Antiquated PC terminal built into an even older musical instrument.
Talk about anachronisms. I bet this thing still uses magnetic memory.
Can you breach it?
Sorry, no can do. Anything before wetware isn't compatible with my wiring.
I guess that's one way of making it more secure.
Yeah, alright. Ah, okay. So I don't know the password, but I do have the hand. What if I say password hint? What if I say forgotten? Our special place. Oh, so that's probably... Was it 2047? Oh, or is it Paris? I can actually type it. Okay, confirm password. Confirmed. Yay! Also, a hand. Let's use the hand on the biometric scanner.
It's definitely his hand, but the system won't recognize it.
Because it's not warm enough? At least I got the password in there. Connect call. Hundreds of billions potential calling numbers to try. Dialing numbers randomly isn't likely to aid your investigation. Alright, well I haven't found anybody else's there. So what do I need to do? Warm up the hand?
Hi, I'm Sheffy.
Oh my
What can I
god!
get for you?
It's Sheffy again! What are you?
What are you?
I'm Sheffy, your friendly food helper.
Alright, what's this machine you come in?
This masterpiece is the THE Foods Gourmand Range Comestible Synthesizer. It's the best thing since sliced bread, which it even makes.
Sounds like it's trying too hard to be helpful.
I like helping. Helping is fun.
I think I've got one of you at home.
What's the difference between you and the one I've got at home? The J115.
Oh, I'm much newer. My dynamic protein stereolithography system means I can make nearly anything. I've got so much more flavor treatment. I can make just about any taste you desire.
What if I wanted some of that protein slop that mine makes?
Ugh, I'm sorry, I can't do that. But how about some truffles?
It's a snob then.
So what can you make?
What's on the menu?
If you're feeling peckish, I could whip up some quail's eggs and white wine sauce. Or how about some nice tarte à l'orange?
Sounds better than what mine can do.
Or if you want some of Mr. Gill's favorite, I can always make toaster pastries.
Oh, how expensive are you?
How much did you set the Vanderwalls back then?
I'm only 410,000 quanta from all good retailers.
Quanta.
That's more than I make in a year.
These people can apparently afford the finer things.
Yes, look around. Alright, can you make...
Can you make chicken hacienda?
Of course.
How? I just made it up.
I can extrapolate what it involves based on your request, tone of voice, and dietary habits.
Sounds like it's more and more worth its price.
Can you make...
Can you make beef fajitas?
Good choice.
How would you know? You never have to eat it.
I think I need to get me one of this model.
Can you make...
Can you make barbecue brisket?
Sure can. American style.
That'll do.
Extra sauce.
You bet.
Protein complex A or B?
Pardon?
What protein complex do you want me to make the meat out of?
Beef?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have any real beef.
Oh, can you make something
make
else?
Barbecue brisket?
Sure can.
Oh, we've done that.
You?
Protein?
Pardon?
What protein?
We had that. So is this
Can you
just
make
repeated?
Texas gumbo?
No, okay.
Of course.
Looking for a taste of home?
I've never found anywhere here that can do good gumbo.
Can
you make...
Can you make yang chan mian?
Ni jiron fan ma?
Shiwan. Ni yu mei yu mei by pinkeoa?
You may you.
Okay, I'm sold.
Nice.
Can you make...
Can you make yang chan mian?
Ni
Okay, we've done that
Can
one.
you make grits?
Don't you want a road engineer for that?
Grits is kind of like porridge. You have it with gravy.
Ugh, that sounds even worse.
I won't make any for you then.
Alright, that's enough.
Never mind.
Bye.
Doesn't look like you're going to be a witness. So, okay, what do we need to do to the maid? She needs to be charged.
Hello?
I think I know what's wrong with it.
What? Do I need to click on you to tell me? Alright.
Hey, Max.
What's up?
Tell me about the synthetic maid.
Any idea what's wrong with the maid?
I couldn't even get a return signal out of it. My guess would be that it's run out of power.
Any way we can fix that?
It's supposed to charge itself, but apparently it hasn't managed to do that.
How? We can't haul that thing to a socket.
We'll have to charge the power cell itself. In a platform like that, the cell's usually in the upper torso, about where the heart would be.
You reckon that'd be easier to charge?
It's only about as big as your fist. Just have to get it out of her.
Alright, okay. What do you think happened here?
What do you think happened, from what we've seen so far?
The marks on the gun suggest Vanderwall shot his husband.
And the walls, and the windows, the bed, the door, the pictures.
Maybe a domestic dispute?
Doesn't make sense.
We don't really know how things were here.
He wasted a lot of shots. Do you think he missed all those times?
Or he was shooting at something else and happened to hit Dakari.
Yeah. Alright, I don't need to talk to you anymore.
Can do, Regis.
I mean, if he did shoot his husband, then what the hell tore him apart? That doesn't make any sense. So yeah, alright, so what have I got? That's the photograph. 2071. Okay. So let's try that on the refrigerator, eh? 2071.
Is this refrigerator? Who the?
Maybe they've. Although.
Yeah, I want to use. The large refrigerator has a combination lock built into the door. Yeah, I know. Let's use it.
Is this refrigerator? Who the hell locks a?
Maybe they've got. Although they've got the food machine.
Right. Can I not? Okay, so do I have to use the photograph on the refrigerator?
That's not going to get it open.
No, but it's a combination lock. I want to use the combination lock. No? Alright. Let's put our hands on the maid and try and
Hello?
Rip at her heart then. No? Okay. Oh, can I jolt gun you? Is that gonna do?
Do you think I can recharge the synth with my stunner?
Afraid not. There's a layer of fake skin in the way. Depending on where you did it, you'd probably just burn out the more delicate systems.
Alright, that's a shame. How do I interact with the maid and take out her heart then?
Hello?
There's a cabinet. What's in the cabinet? Cannabis contain the kitchen's various tools. You wonder for a moment whether the Vanderwalls are extravagant enough to have paid for real organic wood on the doors. Let's go and open a cabinet. Aside from the pipes running to the food machine, the cabinet contains a set of knives and a tube of cooking gel. Alright, well I want both of those. Picked up knife and cooking gel. Alright. Cooking gel. It's thermogel with a chefy picture on there. The exothermic wetware gel is used for food preparation. The gel cooks food that it's mixed with, releasing chemical energy as heat at desired temperature when it breaks down. Alright, so what temperature is human? Alright. Let me save this as I have not done anything. Oh, apparently save 2. Alright, we'll take that. So yes, let us use cooking gel on the hand. You cover the hand in thermal gel and it becomes noticeably warmer. Yep, hopefully that will work on the terminal now.
It's definitely his hand, but the system won't recognize it.
Okay. Is it not warm enough?
That doesn't need cooking.
No, I know it doesn't need cooking. I want to look. I can adjust the temperature. I don't want to cook everything. I don't want to burn it. What temperature are humans? Loud? Do you have an idea?
Max.
What's up?
Refrigerator.
Why do you think someone would lock their refrigerator?
Same reason you'd lock anything else. Something valuable inside it?
But what?
Some people keep wetware at low temperatures to stop GGs.
And GGs are?
Oh, gray goo. Catastrophic exponential reproduction. Under certain conditions, the fabricators and the wetware make more of themselves.
And low temperatures prevent that?
Not really, but higher temperatures definitely accelerate the growth. People like to think they're in control, though.
Alright. Yeah, tell me about the terminal.
The terminal built into the piano must be older than I am.
It's a virginal, not a piano. It's more like a harpsichord.
Like I said, it's less impressive you know that when you can run a search in your head. I tried using van der Waals' hand on the biometric security, but it didn't work.
Maybe because it's dead?
Yes.
How would an old terminal like that know?
How do you check if someone's alive?
With the scanner in my Traveler.
Ugh, if you had to do it by hand.
Alright.
Keep at it, Max.
Can do, Regis.
Alright, well, let's try using this knife on the maid to cut open the power cell. I mean, this is...
What are you up to?
Just doing some surgery.
Picked up the power cell. Alright, groovy. Is the power cell? No, that is not the charging station. Alright, back out we go. Because there is a charging station over here. Or a dock. Right? Oh, if I use the power cell on the cleaning bot, it's going to say, hey, I need charging, and then I can take it away again afterwards. Oh. Maybe not, maybe I can just charge it directly at the dock. After 3 moments of contact, the gauge on the side of the cell fills. Alright. In we go again. Power cell on the maid. Hello.
CI wetware systems beginning reboot. Beginning recovery from critical failure. Basic input-output executing.
MBR unified bootloader executing kernel.
Kernel executing
SBININIT. Calibrating.
CI state with
USD.
Oh, that is better.
Alright. Well, now that we have booted up the maid, I think, before we question her, this is where we will end today's broadcast. I don't know how I feel about this game. It's an interesting mystery, and it's got a lot of moving parts to it, but we were introduced to Darla, what, 2.5 hours ago, and we're not back with her yet, so I am not entirely certain what the point of that was. I'm intrigued enough to find out and continue this on Tuesday, however. So, that is a thing that will be happening on Point and Click Tuesday. Still, let me save the game, even though I just saved it a while ago. Oh, it gives you the time. That's what that is. Alright. Well, let me just say, thank you so very much for spending some of your limited time here with me while I've been fumbling around in the dark in this game. I appreciate each and every one of you, whether you're here now live or in the VOD later. But until the next time we meet, I have been Richard, and this has been LMTDTMFFR, or, say it with me now, limited time offer, no vowels. We shall see you next time. Have fun, everyone.